Hello there, thank you to Navitel for sending me the dashcam, the R600. I'll be showing what's inside the box and then I'll be setting up in the car. So what we've got inside the box is obviously the dashcam, and you can see it's not very big. If I bring it a bit closer, you can see on the sides, got some buttons, looks like on, off and scrolling up and down. Underneath the dashcam, you've got the slot for the micro SD card, and on the other side of the dashcam, you've got an extra port. On the top of the dashcam, you've got the connection for the windscreen mount. Now, I'll go into a bit more details about the dashcam and the functions later on. I'm just going to show you what's else in the rest of the box. So I mentioned the windscreen mount, and this is it. That's the back of it there. That's where the entrance for the 12-volt port is, and then the actual connection for the dashcam. This top sticky bit here does slide off. I take it the right way, that is. There we go. So I took it half off, and it slides back on. They've also sent a spare one of them, which is inside the box, and a spare sticky mount at the same time. So you got like quite a few of them. And then you got your 12-volt cable, quite a nice long one. It's got a bit of an emblem on the end of the 12-volt connection. And you've got a couple more things. A bit of a cleaning cloth for the screen of the lens of the dash cam, and obviously on the screen what you can see when you record and stuff. And you've got a USB connection cable, and then you've got some manuals. Now the main one is the user manual, and it looks like you get a gift voucher for downloading a maps version for the mobiles, and you've also got a warranty card here at the same time. So that's what's inside the box of the dash cam, the R600. And what we'll do then is we'll just get this camera turned around and we'll get it set up. So I've got the dash cam, there it is, and the windscreen mount's connected to it, and I've put the power supply on, and I've also taken off the covers on the front and the covers on the back. Now I've put the power supply on really so I can see when I'm mounting it onto the windscreen the picture from the actual screen, and then mount it on the windscreen. Just got to peel it off, but what I suggest you do before you do that is just kind of play around with where you want it so you're happy where it's going to go. Now I'm going to put mine next to the mirror, but not too close because I don't want to keep banging it. So I'm going to put it thereabouts. So I'm just going to peel off the red sticky label, or the sticky stuff. That comes off quite easy, and then just take my time, get in the position that I'm happy with, and press it against the window. And it's stuck quite nice there, and then you can actually move the actual dash cam to suit you. And then when you don't want to use a dash cam at night time, it's quite easy. It'll shut down when the power's off, so it's going 10 seconds, 12 seconds, so on. And then when it shuts itself off, I'll disconnect it. But what I'm going to do is thread the cable underneath the actual roof mounting. Now taking it off is fairly straightforward. Just push it forward and it comes off. It's as easy as that. And then putting it back on, get it lined up, and it just slides back on. I mean, some people leave it on, but depends where you live and what the air is like. But if you want to take it off, that's easiest to do. All I'm going to do now is thread the actual cable round the lining so it's out of the way nice and neat. So what I've done is I've connected the dash cam now, and I've put the cable through the side of the roof, just tucks in. Down the side there's a little black line going past there, and down the actual plastic stripping, right down the side of the door, underneath the glove compartment. Put the spare cable in there, and then it comes out the side and connects into my 12-volt cable. So this is the screen. It's a nice flat clear one, and just looking around the camera, I'll just move the camera around a few times, and from the side there you've got the connection for the USB cable and the reset button. Underneath you've got the power and the slot for the SD card, the micro SD card. It does take up to 256 gigabytes, but I tend to use 32. And then the lock for the mount when you fix it to the windscreen. So just looking at what's going on there, nothing too tricky. On the left hand side I just skip past it, but you've got the menu and the arrows up and down. So you're pressing the arrow there, and then you select what you want, and then it's got a 1080p video, but you can choose between 1080p and 720, but I tend to use these 1080p one. That's quite clear it was. then you've got the image for the camera, and then the loop recording. Now on the loop recording I use 3 minutes, but you can use 1 minute or 5 minutes. I suppose it depends on how much you want it to loop each time. With my 32GB it tends to do about 7 hours, and the G sensors on low, parking mode I've turned off because I've not kept it up, and the default settings I've left it as it is, just left them off. But if you wanted to change, it's quite easy to change. And then just looking at the camera, it's a nice, small, neat, light camera. Nothing too tricky about it, quite liked it. It's surprisingly light. You can see there 1080p inside of it. So this is some image of the clear day. So I've done a cloudy day further on. Well, it's a nice clear day, and what I especially liked about the camera image in the video was the colours were nice and clear. They're not dead bright, they're not dull. It's actually quite a good colouring they've got of it. And because it's fixed onto the windscreen, there's no wobble on the windscreen. Apart from when you obviously go over a pothole, there might be a wobble then, but overall, pretty good image. Really impressed with it. And you can see quite clearly ahead of what's going on. You can see, there's no blurriness to things. And then what surprised me is also when we switched it from the nice clear day to a clear night. So we just change it over to the evening in a few seconds, and you'll see what it's like at night time. So you can see it's a nice clear night. There's obviously we've been pitch black in the distance. Obviously you can't see that bit there, but ahead of you can see what's going on. You see the lights, you can see the cars, you can see the road. So if you had to use a dash cam to claim for insurance, it will definitely stand up, because you can see exactly what's going on in front of you. You can see whose fault it was if someone didn't stop. It's a nice, easy, clear camera to use, and the footage is really good. I'll be using it on some of the future videos. And then just finishing off from here on the last piece after this one there, it'll be footage on a cloudy day. So even on a cloudy day here, it's quite clear. You can see the reg plates of the cars then. So I thought I'd just give you two types of daytime then, because that's obviously it's either cloudy or sunny. And it's a nice clear day. I was impressed with how clear things are. If you do like the camera, there's a link at the bottom, by the way. So if you wanted to check out the dash cam on Amazon, the link there, and I'll put a link for the Navitel website if you wanted to check theirs out on there too. Hope you like the video on it. If you do, give it the thumbs up. Feel happy to share the video, and any comments you want to ask, by all means ask. Take care, safe driving.